I thought I'd take a moment to explain a little bit about what an MFT is versus an LCSW, LPCC, PhD, MD. Here in California in the 1960s, the government in its wisdom decided that there would be 2 additional classifications of licensure to help California residents with mental health concerns. The one that I chose to follow and be a part of is that of the marriage and family therapist, the MFT. MFTs would be responsible for helping California residents deal with relationship issues through mostly personal counseling. That is, that if my anxiety or depression is getting in the way of my having a social relationship or romantic relationship with someone, then an MFT would be charged with helping that person. At the same time, licensed clinical social workers were designated as a regulated entity as well. Social workers are trained not only in therapy, but also in how people work in groups of community. And thus you might see social workers assisting in places like schools, hospitals, or for our county, and even looking at big community policies. You should also know that in around about 2010, a new licensure class was granted by the California legislature, that one being licensed professional clinical counselors, or LPCCs. This is following a national move where many other states were recognizing professional counselors as a distinct category, and also something that you might run into a therapist practicing with their own business who might have that licensure. MFTs, LCSWs, and LPCCs, those are all master's degree professionals who've had a good degree of training in how to provide therapy to individuals, children, couples, or families. You would probably want to ask your provider about their credentials and experience and expertise, but if they're a licensed person in that way, regulated by the state, you should have some degree of security knowing that they are good clinicians. There are also psychologists, both clinical psychologists and psychologists who focus more on research. These would be PhD folks who've completed a doctorate. PhDs tend to know much more about testing, that is, using standardized assessments to determine if someone meets a clinical line as to whether they are officially depressed or not, have ADHD or not. Those would be the kind of things that a PhD would be really highly skilled in assisting with. Some of them also provide counseling services, and others focus much more on research and teaching. The final category I would mention would be that of psychiatrists. Those are MDs, medical doctors who've completed medical school, and some of them tend to specialize in providing psychotherapy in addition to medication management or other aspects of being a psychiatrist. Some psychiatrists offer regular weekly therapy, just like a marriage and family therapist would, and others focus much more on meeting more infrequently with someone and helping in a different manner. That's my explanation about who you might encounter when you're looking to find a therapist for yourself or curious about how things work. If you have any questions about this, I'd be happy to speak with you. And if you'd like to learn more, I invite you to follow our channel or to email us using the links below. Thank you.